This is the heaviest podcast. Let's fucking go!
Yo, what the fuck is up? It's the Heavyist podcast, weekly worship of the ultra motherfucking radness. Gary Trelease, you look fantastic. How are you?
I am very well, thank you, sir. I'm great. How about you? You good?
Phenomenal, Gary. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm on the final day of dry January. That's very nice. It's the 31st.
24 beers in the fridge ready for tomorrow.
Nah, I think I'm going to take it easy. I think I've learned that I don't need to just drink for a laugh all the time.
Respect.
Might be nice.
I mean,
How are you?
It all plays into your weight loss health kick business, doesn't it? So might as well keep riding the wave.
Yes, absolutely, mate.
Go for a dry Q1, mate. Fuck it.
Q1. Woo. Yeah.
That's a lot on it. That's a lot.
That's a lot, yeah, to be fair.
That's more like a fucking drought, that is, isn't it?
Yeah, bro. What you been up to, brother? What's going down in Garytown?
You need to stop asking me that question, man, because I've never got anything to say. I have nothing to be going down. You just made me look like a loser. No, it's just like, obviously January is January. I'm saving up because we're going to Japan in April, and so I'm trying my hardest to avoid spending any money. The most exciting thing that happened to me this week is I got a filling.
Oh, phenomenal. Is it off the NHS or did you go private?
I fucking wish, mate. Jesus, the amount of money it cost me, I wish it was on the NHS. Fuck me.
How much it cost?
160 boys.
Fucking Christ.
I know.
Was it a really important tooth as well? You couldn't just get rid of it.
Is that one? That's not very good for the audio, but it's pretty important because it's right near the front. You'd be able to see it. If I got rid of it, I'd look like a gap tooth motherfucker. Although I could tell people I was like, I got like decked in a fight. I'd be like, oh, you should have seen the other bloke. Something along those lines.
I'm recording the video to this one. I don't know if it's going to work out. It's just for a test, really. But just so you know, so don't do anything weird, Gary. Like get your knob out.
I'm not the one you got to worry about that.
Oh, mate, we got a really good show this week. It's been a phenomenal year already. 2024 has been incredible for heavy releases so far. And we've got some thoroughly interesting records to chat about. We've got some sort of very, quite a nice, diverse lineup of absolute rages. I really wasn't sure where to start this week, Gary, to be honest. Usually there's quite an obvious sort of running order, rather. But I wasn't too sure. Where do you want to start, brother?
I'm thinking let's start with the band who have potentially got the biggest profile, like going into their album, which I guess would be Enterprise Earth, right?
Yeah, agreed. Let's do it. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking roll. So Enterprise Earth, 4-piece deathcore band from Spokane, Washington. Their new album is called Death, an Anthology, and it is released on Friday the 2nd through Monarch. I think this might be the first official time that we've actually chatted Enterprise Earth on the pod. I know they've been around for quite a while, and I look on their Wikipedia, and apparently they've had 20 different band members, which is mental.
Fucking Christ.
Isn't it? I was well surprised that a band, I mean, I think this is like their second, maybe it's their third album. I might be, Patient Zero. Yes, this would be their third full-length record. 20 members, that's a lot.
20 though.
At this point. But
yeah, that's a lot.
And also, this is also the vocalist. It's his first. He's called Travis, I believe. It's his first record with the band as well. Their vocalist Dan Watson, who had been the vocalist of the band since its inception. I think he was in Infinite Annihilator as well before Dickie Allen. But
Nice.
this is Travis Wallen's first album with the band on vocals, and like Enterprise Earth, I guess, are kind of one of those names that you see floating around, but you'd probably put them in a kind of mid tier of deathcore, I guess, if you were doing one of those like SAB kind of charts that you see people do on YouTube. You'd probably put them in like B if I was kind of put on the spot. They're not really a band that people would get much excited about, but I heard a few singles from this record, and I'd said to you, I was like, dude, I really want to chat about this Enterprise Earth album, because if the full record is anything like these singles have been so far, then fuck me, we're going to be in for a good time. And then you in the week you messaged me and you're like, I'm sitting down to Enterprise Earth for the first time, and holy fuck, this album is absolutely ripping. So I'm kind of interested to know where's your head at, because there is definitely there's definitely an elephant in the room when it comes to this record that we will have to talk about.
Oh yeah, I think it's the main discussion. I think it's fucking absolutely all over the shop, and it's like hilariously all over the shop. But I think there's a lot of measurements by which I would generally call this not a great album a lot of the time, right? If I like when you sort of consider what you like in an album, it's sort of entirety, like has its sort of personality and like how well conceived and constructed the thing is as a whole. And this kind of just chucks absolutely everything out of the rule book, but it's so fucking endearing. It's really hard to hate it. It's full of bangers of completely different flavors all over the shop. But and I think it's only really unified in its sort of fact that it is completely ununified, you know? Like it's the singular truth in this album is that like it's completely all over the shop, which is it's enjoyable. It's like I think it's just a really interesting endeavor. Like what is the, you know, as a, you know, deathcore is one of those genres where a lot of bands sound very, very similar. I mean, that's true for most genres. If you so, it's probably a very redundant and stupid statement.
Work, right? Yeah,
yeah. But like deathcore, it's this is really fucking interesting because I just want to know what the idea is here. Like, you know, what they've just completely sort of thrown away any sort of cohesion in favor of. Maybe they just had a fucking fantastic time writing and just were like trying different things and like, it's an interesting thing because this is a band that are, you know, they're still relatively young, and you wouldn't necessarily like you see them get announced on like shows and tours like left, right, and center. So it's like a band that you probably will end up seeing in like if you haven't seen them yet, they'll probably be on a tour that you're going to in the next year or so. Sure. So like, it's just such a crazy decision there. Like to make something so mental, you know.
I think you obviously, as you're listening to it, you listen to this and you're like, these guys are just massive fans of all aspects of what their genre kind of encapsulates. Like they open with that really like techie Tony Danza kind of genty type stuff. They've got that big Fit for an Autopsy anthemic type vibe going in. They chuck in the occasional chorus. They do like sort of real straight up beat downy, like almost immure type things. You know, they even get the I've heard Dimmu Borgir type orchestral swelling type stuff going on.
Yeah.
They do a bit of all of it, and it just kind of feels to me like they're so in love with every aspect of what their genre entails that they can't decide which one of them they want to stick to. So they're like, fuck it, let's just try a bit of all of it. And sometimes it works so fucking well. Like there's no way you can tell me that this whole album is not worth the price of admission based on the Reaper's Servant alone. Like that song is fucking wild. The thrash metal breakdown in the middle of that song where it goes like goes full thrash metal guitar solo is absolutely brilliant. The first time I listened to that, I spit my tea fucking everywhere. I was completely blown away by it. Absolutely sideswiped. And then that song has also got like one of the sickest chorus moments on the whole record. Like there's what I was talking about when I was talking about the elephant in the room, along with the fact that this album is all over the place, is that it is an hour long. Like, it's way
Oh
too
yeah,
long.
it's immensely long, and for something so disparate, it kind of makes you like annoyed about it by the time you're on like track 8 and you realize you've still got like 3 or 4 tracks left. It's pretty. It's you sort of I don't really understand why it's so long, but like there is some things that I really like. There's some really like successful things in here. Like there's
There
like
really is.
that track fuck me, which one is it? King of Ruination, right? That's like got loads
King
of
of
like Meshuggah
Ruination,
worship. But
that's
then
a
it's
massive
also got
tune.
this like addition of like a chorus, like which inside of like, you know, that's a really sort of successful idea. Like whenever they put these like choruses in, it totally works. Like that's like a Meshuggah track with a massive anthemic sing along. Like that's that's an absolute win in anybody's book. Like there's a lot of shit they throw against the wall in this record, but some of it absolutely sticks like that. And like, you know, they've got like Spineless, it's sort of got this like, it's more sort of angular and mental, and it's got this sort of groove, but then it's also, I feel like the sung part in that is almost maybe like a Code Orange inspired bit. Like you can feel
Yeah.
like things of what they're doing inspiring this. It's great though. Like I feel like the best thing they do is when they, like, out of all the things that they're throwing in, all the different genres, it's those like chorus inclusions that really fucking hit every time. And like
Yeah,
maybe
definitely.
that's, you know, maybe this is them sort of trying to figure out their new sound, and you know, this is like they're working out, like they've, you know, like they've shown they're working out at the same time as singing their answers. Like,
Yeah, it kind of feels like they need to blast through everything that happens on this album to then get to the other side and create something that will include everything that they've like all of the different colors that they've mixed things together to create, and then find a way to make a cohesive image with it. Like,
yeah,
I know
like
exactly what you're
there's a
talking
mood. This
about.
is a mood board. This entire thing
Yeah,
is a
this is
mood board, and
absolutely, this is a deathcore
they're going to
Pinterest
refine it
page.
into, they're going to refine that into like a palette, which will then be applied to like
Yeah,
the next
absolutely.
record. Like,
This is exactly the way that we are decorating the house currently. This is, you go on, you put a load of stuff together that you think you like and looks nice, and then at the end of it you go, right, and now this is my room. Like, unfortunately, I feel like we probably don't have the room yet, but there's so many great ideas and there's so many cool things on this that I've got to give him the credit for it. Like,
yeah,
fucking, what's the one? It's Accelerated Demise, isn't it? The instrumental track. Have we ever heard like Yeehaw in deathcore before? Have we ever heard Fit for a Hoedown? Has that ever happened before? Like,
I
this
don't know, brother.
track
I
is
need it though. I need
it's
more.
so good, isn't it? Like, having that
Yeah,
southern tinge to a deathcore track works fucking brilliantly. And like, the levels of shred on that track are absolutely huge, especially on the bass. Like, there's some absolutely fucking sick bass work on there. That little solo that he does. Like, the thing about when we're looking at this record and kind of going, this album is too long, is I wouldn't really, other than maybe Blood and Teeth, I wouldn't really say there's one particular song that I would go, get rid of that. But
yeah,
everything just kind of is a bit too, there's too much, there's too many moments where, like, there's probably 3 songs on this album where the last sort of minute is just a beat down that gets slower and slower. Like, you don't need to do that 3 times. You could edit that down. Like, I think a good pair of scissors on this record, and you could probably find genius and create something incredible. Like,
for
because
sure.
they do have so many fucking brilliant ideas, they're just not quite there with them yet, which is a shame. And I've got to give credit to Travis, the new vocalist, because he's got a really sick scream when he gets that,
Yeah,
like a really low, throaty jobby going on. That sounds fucking cool as shit, and he really utilizes it well. And he doesn't just utilize it to go every now and then. Like, he finds ways to make it into like a proper vocal where he can sit in a pocket with it, and it works really well. And then
yeah,
when he just goes into those melodies, like either the big sort of screamed out melodies or like just straight up singing, like they're all really strong. So yeah, it's just, I think this is kind of something where you go, put a pin in it, which I've been doing for quite a while, to be fair, saying put a pin in Enterprise Earth, because they are going to create an album that's going to absolutely blow your fucking face off.
yeah. And like, you know, there's nothing done deathcore isn't really a genre that's like known for half measures, right? And there's no half measures about anything they do. Anything they do, they dive completely into, even potentially to its detriment, like you say, with like Blood and Teeth, which is, let's be honest, fucking soaking wet for a deathcore record,
It's
right?
a bit wet, that track,
But you know, that's the ceiling that they just need to bring it back. Like there is brilliance there, and it's, you know, that sort of applied in a bit more of a measured capacity was fucking gonna pop off. Like I think they're melodic. There's really a lot of melodic achievements on this record. It's very fucking cool. It's just so interesting. It's so many different ideas. It's fucking mental.
Yeah, man. Like maybe just kind of rein yourselves in a little bit, Enterprise Earth, but you know, fair play to you for having a fucking go and creating something really interesting. Like when it comes to the year so far and someone says to you, recommend me a new deathcore album, obviously this is probably not going to be the one that I go to. I would definitely be recommending Underneath at this point, but I would tell people, go and fucking check out the track Reaper's Servant. Like that song is incredible, and like there's genius all over the place, like we were saying, but that one song I think is fucking incredible. And yeah, I think you could do worse than giving this a listen just to kind of experience it for yourself. I think it's worth having a little like diving into it and seeing what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. It's interesting.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so the album's called Death, an Anthology. It's by Enterprise Earth, out on Friday. God, we've got 4 albums today, son. We've gone fucking mad. And do you know what I only realised this week, and I text you, and I don't think you'd realise either, that 2 of them have got the same name. 2 of them are both called Shame, which is kind of hilarious.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Let's get into one of the shames, Gary.
Let's talk about one of the shames. Should we start with Meth?
Yes.
Yeah, so Meth. 5-piece mathcore band from Chicago. Their new album is called Shame, and it's released on Friday the 2nd through Prosthetic. So we were supposed to be joined by Christian from Mathcore Index tonight. Not entirely sure where he is. He might appear at some point. We never know. But I got into Meth through Christian and through the Mathcore Index Facebook page, and I think I put you on some too. It was those first EPs when they were absolutely like wild and blistering. But then we talked about the Mother of Red Light on the podcast back in 2019 when it came out, and I know you were really, really taken with it, weren't you? Like, I mean, obviously it's a fucking wicked album, and I really enjoyed it, but you were exceptionally taken with it.
It really, really blew me away. I wasn't like, I hadn't really listened to the EPs and stuff before the record. So like when we got them, I sort of like got into them sort of retroactively, and it just made me love that album so much more. Mother of Red Light by Meth was just fucking phenomenal. It blew my absolute tits off. So, you know, been patiently waiting for an announcement for them, and then not long ago they announced Shame coming out, and I was over the fucking moon, Gary. And I've been really enjoying listening to this.
From like announcement to album, it's been quite a short space of time as well, which is always nice. I think one of the things that is very apparent, and like, originally I believe Meth was a solo project. So I think Seb Alvarez is the guy. He basically did all of it himself. And then when it came to Mother of Red Light, he banded up, but I believe he'd still written out all of the record on his own, and then he just kind of recruited a band to be able to go out on tour and stuff like that. And I think Shame is the first time where he's actually gone, right, everybody kind of get involved. This isn't me anymore. Meth is a band and we are a group, and let's actually work together and collaborate on writing songs and putting stuff together. And I think you can really tell that when you go from Mother of Red Light to Shame, because it feels much more cohesive and like kind of gel together. Like a lot of Mother of Red Light was very schizophrenic. It kind of flitted from these really hectic, chaotic, mathy things to these really big, bleak, discomforting kind of like melancholy, industrial, I guess. Yeah, there's an industrial element to it. Like what I'm trying to say is that this feels so much more like a band working together than they have done up until this point.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's sick. I love the way it opens. I love how it feels like they made a real decision to just go a bit heavier from that opening.
Definitely.
Like that opening is an absolute fucking battering ram. It starts like fucking like Black Tongue heavy. It had me immediately grinning. Like all the hallmarks are there of previous Meth, but they're just sort of way more oppressive, and there's a lot of heavy. Like I almost feel like Admiral Angry is that band that comes to my mind when I was thinking about this record.
I was going to say that was the first band that pops into my head when I hit play on this record. I was like, "Fuck me, this is like Buster levels of heavy. This is like an absolute fucking wall of noise." It's just like it just feels like they've kind of made a conscious decision to strip their sound back a little bit and just become much more sort of unilaterally skull crushing in what they're doing.
Yeah,
and every song has this kind of like battering ram effect on your like psyche. Another thing that I read, something I read in the press notes, was that like previously Seb is, when he's writing his lyrics, he's kind of, it's all coming from a sort of fictional place, and it's all kind of a narrative that he's kind of crafted, but instead he's decided to go much more personal with this record, and you really feel that in everything that's going on. Like I think he went for quite a long period of his life with undiagnosed bipolar disorder, and there's a lot of those kind of vibes and feelings that you get when you listen to this record that that you can kind of, you feel the personal touch and you feel the kind of personal anguish that's there much more. And I even like down to the, if you kind of go through the song titles, like we'll talk about songs called like Fucked to Death all the time, but there's something about a song called like Blackmail or Compulsion, just these song titles, they just have so much more of a personal touch to them than like skateboarding on corpses or something else we would normally get right about. You know what I mean? Like there's much more like emotionally raw, like
yes,
the voices in my head are trying to destroy me kind of vibe that you get from what's going on this record.
Yeah, you get like, and it's sort of heavier because it's sort of more tethered to reality.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
then that's sort of more intense because of that. Like, it's like the same thing as like watching a bunch of like CGI monsters beat each other up, or you watch a very visceral sort of like very visceral, very bloody sort of battle or like fight in a movie, you know, like it's sort of this is sort of more raw and more natural, and
absolutely,
it's brilliant.
You watch Terrifier and you kind of laugh at it, but then you watch like a serial killer documentary on Netflix and you're like, fuck, that is some shit. That's kind of the difference. That's you know, that's hyperbole, but that's kind of what the difference we're kind of working on here is. Like, it's just everything on this record has just become much more real, and as a result, much more scary and intense.
Yeah, it's, you know, it's still really brilliant and cerebral. Like it's got a similar DNA in this record, kind of like what the new Knoll record was like, where it's sort of more like this sort of realm of terror, and it's brilliant. Like it feels sort of like lurching evil sort of chasing you through a woods. Like it's very sort of barbaric and it's like abandoned, and it's just really interested in beating the absolute fuck out of you, but not before it scares you half to death. Like it's so cool, man. I just love how the real sort of like rhythmic noise rock, like brilliant beating you take, like feels like you're sort of being like you're like in a red ocean. That's what it feels like being in this, like in a a sort of at the will of a red fucking tide. Just, it's still, you know, there's sort of loads of groove orientated bits, and there's like sort of dancey kind of parts. Like you could definitely dance to parts in this record, and then you could like end up beating the shit out of your mates to it. It's so cool, man. Like there's the part in like Compulsion where it goes like fucking pure like disso death, and that's absolutely fantastic. Like it's got all these different flavors, but it's so well crafted, and it's so brilliant in its just like the sort of, in contrast to what we said about like the Enterprise Earth record, right? Where this is so sort of well crafted and singular and like really sort of immersive, and This is like going to a haunted house, right? And like you, but like Enterprise Earth is like going to a theme park and going on loads of different rides. You know, you could be like, you could be on Rubber Dinghy Rapids one day, and then you're over there, and then you're on the old like wooden thing that like. One of them ones
swings backwards and forwards. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Like,
no, I know exactly what you mean, man. And like this is very like has a very singular vision. Like they do have kind of tracks where they get more sort of traditionally mathy and they do that kind of thing, but then they have songs like Doubt where it's just got this constant thump that just runs through pretty much the entire song. There's this just wallop. It's like a wave chipping away at the cliff, and over years it starts to sort of take away layers. Like it just has this constant boom, 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 and every instrument is kind of just jabbing at it. Like I had to double check because I thought that at one point Meth had 3 guitarists. And I don't think if they did, they don't anymore. But sometimes it sounds like they've got like 25 guitarists. There's so many layers of dense, dirty, stodgy like guitars just battering you down. Like some of the stuff I found some of the stuff kind of reminded me of like Material Control by Glassjaw, which is an album that gets really, really underrated because it was, I don't know if you remember, they kind of dropped it like Christmas Eve one year on a really random like surprise drop, and everyone was like, what the fuck, where'd that come from? And it just kind of disappeared as soon as it came in, which is a real shame because I think it's absolutely incredible, like a band going like 20 years without releasing an album. But there was the similar idea of this sort of like just constant repetitive rhythm that just kind of almost hypnotizes you that they do. And like it's the same approach that Meth take on this album, and it works to fucking incredible effect. It's a very powerful record. Sometimes I think it might even be too powerful. Like sometimes I can find it a bit hard to listen to. Like I have gone through, I've jammed it quite a few times since we've been sent it, but it is quite. You've got to be in a certain mindset to be able to sit down and like, especially considering something else we're talking about later, like the swings, an emotional state that we've been through this week when it comes to the records we're chatting about has been a bit difficult to kind of handle at points, but it's a fucking incredible record, very powerful.
Yeah, and it's absolutely like making me want to see them so much more. I really hope they get to come over to the UK someday. Like, they did Audio Tree off the back of the last record, and it was just so fucking cool, man. They just sound so good, and you know that this is going to make a fantastic live show. Like, it's just that I feel like listening to it, you probably get like about sort of 60% of what you would get live. I think live, this is where this really comes together and comes alive, this material.
Yeah, this is a band who are kind of destined to come over and play an Art Tangent, aren't they? Like that would just be that would be so sick place to showcase a band that sound like this, and it would be incredible, and I'd fucking love it. And I tell you what, those guys need to start paying Christian some dollar, because some of the biggest things that they've had, bands that they've had on that stage have been bands that Christian has kind of championed. Look at like Frontiera, Callous Boys, what they got this year, Cal Nashi coming up on there. Like they owe him a few quid. That's completely irrelevant, really. But book Meth, and we'll all come and see him because Meth are fucking amazing. This is their new album, Shame, comes out on Friday. Make sure you fucking listen to it.
Fucking sweet, mate.
Dude.
Well, there's another record out called Shame this week, Gary, which is fantastic.
It's hilarious that there's another album called Shame. This one's by a band called Utopia. They are a 5-piece technical metal band from the UK. This record is called Shame, and it's released on the 2nd of Feb, and I think they're releasing it independently. Again, this is another band who we're talking about a second record. Their last record was called Stalker, and I think it came out around the pandemic. I don't know if you remember, but the brainchild of John Bailey, his day job is playing guitar for Aled Jones and Russell Watson and writing like TV and film scores and stuff. Like he's like a very accomplished session musician. I think he's like classically trained, and he plays in his main his main like genre is jazz. Although I think after listening to this new Utopia album, you can tell where his heart lies. His heart lies in fucking heavy music because
Yes.
like I think you should just sack off all that other shit that you do and just focus on writing heavy music. This album
Yeah.
is
Stop all the stuff that makes you genuine
yeah,
money.
don't worry about making money. Make music that we want to listen to, and we'll listen to it. And you can live off
Yeah.
the 0.0007p a play that you get from Spotify. This is fucking sick, right? This is another band who have kind of gone and fleshed out and become a more of a proper band project. Like they now have a second guitarist and a full-time drummer. Like previous on the last album, they had a few sessions. Like I think Billy Reimer played on a couple of tracks. Had Lee from Four Limbs on a couple of
Lee
tracks.
was on one,
Yeah.
wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas now they have a full-time drummer and they're like a proper band now. And it's another time where you can really feel that they are a proper band and they are one of the most talented groups of musicians that we might have ever talked about on this podcast, aren't they? The five of them, fucking hell.
It's fucking fantastic. The vocalist as well was in Corrupt Moral Altar, that band, who absolutely fucking rip, which is very cool. This thing is absolutely fucking mental. It's like I think the best label for it's like extreme prog or something like that. It's so fantastic. It's got so many different elements and it's so surprising and it's so extreme. It's so sort of jazzy and jagged and bewildering. And, you know, there's a lot of times we talk about sort of technical records and I don't think like the vocal performance is like sort of as diverse or as cohesive with the sort of sprawling nature of a lot of the music. Like I always think about like like Beyond Creation, like fantastic band they're incredible, but like that vocal performance on that record is like just so one note, but like this is so cohesive and brilliant, and like there's such a range of a vocal attack on this, and it really does merge with that crazy style so much better than I've heard it like in recent memory. It's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, man, I couldn't agree with you more. Like there's definitely more of an emphasis on putting some passion and some power into what he's doing on the vocals and really making them properly consequential. Like I totally agree with you. I couldn't remember a single vocal moment on a Beyond Creation song ever that I've ever listened to. And you know, that's no disrespect. That's just not it's not the focal point of that band really. Like, and you could really easily fall into the same traps with Utopia because they're so incredibly talented. The guitar lines are all amazing. The bass player is a fucking icon. Like this geezer is amazing on bass. So fucking good. I remember we said a lot about it last time, but this time he's just dialed it up a notch. Some of that like fretless.
It's on the fretless thing, isn't he?
Oh, you just fretless, mate. That fretless is so fucking sick. But it would be so easy to just disappear into a world of just wankery and just like showing off. And I feel like they've tried really hard to avoid doing that. I mean, obviously it's mad technical and that is what they're good at. But I think they've put much more emphasis into like putting together decent songs and actually like
absolutely
writing stuff that works cohesively. I mean, there's not like verse, chorus, verse or anything like that. Every song has like a crazy undulating journey where you get completely fucking lost. But it kind of feels to me like Stalker was a bit of a brain dump and now that's out of their system. Almost like what we were talking about Enterprise Earth, where it's just a bit of here's all my ideas, let's fucking just slam them down. And now he's got time to kind of pick through and go, that was really cool. That bit was really cool. Yeah, that maybe not that bit. Let's chuck that down there. And then create like proper working songs that have structure and feel much more defined. And I think that really makes this album work so much better and just feel so much more like something you can actually get inside easier.
Yeah, totally. Like this is for how bananas this record is. It's done and dusted in 35 minutes. Like there's a lot of very, the tracks are all sort of, a lot of them 3 minutes, which is fantastic. Similar to like what we were talking about like with Exocrine. Like it's very well edited down just to be a really fucking brilliant package. It doesn't sort of disappear into itself, and it has loads of like sort of like virtuoso brilliance on display, but it doesn't outstay its welcome, and it's loads of ideas presented very, very satisfyingly, you know.
Yeah, man, and it's got quite a lot of light and shade as well. Like I feel that probably comes from a musician, like a real dedicated professional musician coming at it and going, we need to make sure that we have light and shade in an album. We need to make sure that there's moments where things kind of simmer and they drop, and we can get really into something that's got melody, and it's obtuse and it's weird, but it's got melody and it's got something going on, but it's gentle, because then when we really like dial it up and we get fucking heavy and we go nuts, it makes that impact even more. And I think that works so well all across this album. There's so many lovely moments where things just kind of simmer and just sort of mellow, and there's this lovely, like, really nice Eastern kind of sounding lead guitar parts that they use, and that's when the fretless really sort of sings out. And then they can just really punch you in the face proper hard when they kick back in. And I think it makes for a really awesome, really enjoyable listening experience where you can get really swept up in what's going on. And I think it's reminding me so much of like bands like the Red Chord as well in a lot of moments, which I think is fucking sick. Like, it's funny how you kind of see in like the Red Chord and like From a Second Story Window, and to a lesser extent like Job for a Cowboy, coming back around and showing that there's a hunger in the mathcore scene for something that's a bit more metallic, because I guess we're kind of coming off the back of this sort of chaotic metalcore boom, because a lot of the bands who blew up during that kind of period, like See Space Cowboy or the Callous Boys as examples, they're moving into more diverse and slightly more accessible territories, and that kind of opens a space where bands like Utopia can come in and be like, yeah, but if you're still just the kind of guy who just wants your mind blown by music, then we're here to sort of service that need. And I think it's really important that there's always those bands on the kind of peripheries, like really pushing forward in this mathcore scene. And Utopia, I think, have really, really smashed it on this album, man. I think this is a really, really cool piece of work.
Yeah, like Frontiera Utopia would be such a fucking great tour, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't
that
it?
would be just
Mate,
perfect.
that would be amazing. I'd be all over that. That would be fucking cool as shit. I'd love to see that. I think that Utopia are actually playing a few shows, and I do think that they come quite nearby to us. If I remember rightly, they might be playing Guildford. I think I put it in my phone. So I think if that happens, we should definitely be in attendance, just to kind of experience it with our eyes as well as our ears, because I think it's going to be fucking mind blowing.
Yeah, fucking too right.
Yeah, man.
I've got to shout out how much I fucking love that final track on this record.
Oh, mate, I was going to say, like, yeah, the wind down, the way it kind of just sort of, it's really cool.
It's really like elating. It's just such a brilliant sort of disembark for the record. It's so cool, and it's like, it's so sort of bright and lovely and brilliant, and it's really fucking interesting. I love the last track on this record. I'm a big fan of albums that, you know, do their end caps rightly. Like, I love an intro. I love a fucking final track that feels like a final track on a record. Like, I love it. And there's obviously a lot of work gone into it, and it really fucking pays off.
Yeah, man, I absolutely agree. Like, there's this kind of the sort of the twinkly arpeggio synth lines that they've got going on, kind of counteracted with the really hard vocal, where they literally just, I think there's only one line of vocals in the song that's just kind of repeated, isn't it? Which is like the title of the song, which is "Moving Gently Towards the Grave." That might be incorrect, but I'm sure that that's how it works. And it just kind of, it just puts a really nice bow on the album. The way, especially where it's called "Moving Gently Towards the Grave," it's like, now we're going to go fuck off and die. Like, that's a really, really cool idea. And yeah, basically, if you like mad shit, if you like Between the Buried and Me, if you like the Red Chord, if you wondered what it would sound like if someone shoved a calculator up Dream Theater's ass, then I think Utopia are gonna, like, they're gonna do it for you on this record for sure. This is miles better than I really like the first album, but this is so much better than that first album.
Yeah, this is fucking great. This is an absolute banger.
Yeah, man. It's also called Shame, and it is by the band Utopia. Go and fucking listen to it.
Gary.
Son. I'm so
Gary,
chuffed to
Gary,
talk about
Gary,
this next
Gary,
record,
Gary.
man. I'm so
Oh
chuffed to talk about this
my
next record, dude.
God.
I'll tell you what,
Brother.
as well, we need to say
My
thank you to
brother.
Slope for just giving us some levity this week, giving us some joy in our
Yes.
lives. We just really need to thank this band for just putting some sunshine in our lives during this
Yeah.
bleak midwinter that we find ourselves, listening to
Yeah.
some of the bleakest music. Yeah.
I've been on like a mad like Hate Eternal binge since the Vitriol record, and
Yeah.
this is such a brilliant sidestep into just joy that I've really enjoyed. This Slope record, my dude, like obviously,
Yeah,
so we
man.
covered the previous record, Street Heat. Was that 2021? 20 must be, right?
Yeah,
Don't know.
I think it was 2021. So this new record is it's called Freak Dreams, and it's coming out on Friday the 2nd through Century Media, which let's just take a second to shout that out. That's fucking cool that they've got signed to Century Media.
Yeah, that's fucking banging. What was the previous one? Do you remember?
It was through Beatdown Hardware, BDHW, which
Oh
I
yeah,
think is a
yeah.
German label, right? Because they're from
Yes, I think so.
Duisburg in Germany. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but like generally, I don't think. I mean, what's the first like metal out like export that comes to your mind when I say Germany?
I don't even know. There's like
Well, Rammstein.
oh, Rammstein.
Rammstein,
I
right?
guess
Surely that's
Rammstein is definitely the
if I
biggest
say
band. That is the band that comes to your mind first.
yeah. Tell me about a German band who have guitars. Rammstein's the first thing that comes to your mind. And this could not be further from that. Like you think about like German engineering and that whole idea, and you think like Germany and German people, they're very precise and they're very organized and methodical, and you do not ever think about them being like laid back, cool ass, fucking street punk motherfuckers like Slope.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Slope. I don't believe Slope aren't from like California and not just completely lying about being from Germany. Honestly,
It is
this
mental.
record is so fucking cool. Have you heard a cooler album? Not since Glow On have I heard an album that's as cool as this.
No, I absolutely agree. This is points on the board for Barbecue Album of the Year. Early points on the board. It's fucking fantastic. It's just so much bloody fun, this thing. It's just, they've got such a brilliant identity. Like, I love how fun and funky and bright and dancey everything is. But, it has that punky hardcore sort of does still creep in, and there is like this aggression that's on it, and it's like it's so brilliant. It's so just creative and fun, this whole thing, dude. And like,
oh man, so true.
like there's like thrashy flourishes throughout the record as well that come in that make it really, really cool. Like, it's fucking fantastic. This is a feat. This is an absolute feat.
Yeah, like the melting pot of bands and influences that these guys have got going on. Like I've written so many different artists and stuff down. Like obviously, I guess Turnstile are up there in the mix. This band don't really sound like Turnstile. They just kind of encapsulate the same kind of vibe that Turnstile can kind of hold on to. What I've got is
it's
like
that sort of
Rage
like
Against
it's
the
that sort of like
Machine.
90s positive sort of vibe that sort of creeps in, but like it's not really there in the execution. It's more in the energy.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's in the energy, it's in the vibe. But like, yeah, I've got Rage Against the Machine down. I've got Snot. I've got Suicidal Tendencies. I've got the Red Hot Chili Peppers when they used to be good. Primus.
Yeah.
Incubus back in the day. Faith No More. The fucking Beastie Boys. There's so much Beastie Boys in what these guys are doing because they've now got a full-time second vocalist, and there's the back and forth vocal dynamic that they've got going. It just feels like a hip hop duo more than it does like two vocalists in a hardcore band.
Yeah, absolutely. It feels like a hip hop record, which is fucking fantastic. The bars are so on point. The flow is so on point. It's so consistent and exciting and just an absolute joy to listen to. Like this is like potentially like my favorite thing I've heard all year, and it's like underneath is absolutely destroying me. But
Yeah.
this is something else, and this is something that's like I really hope like this gets enough ear rolls on it, because it's
Me too,
like
man.
the potential for this band. Like you've seen the just phenomenal rise of Turnstile, and like as brilliant as Turnstile is, like watching this live is a completely different energy. It's just so much more intense. I love it. I love it, dude.
It's the extra element of the funkiness that
Yeah.
they've got going on. That's just what it is. It's that hip hop vocal dynamic, the funkiness, the kind of they've got all of the swagger and the laid back, like slacker kind of chill out vibes. But then also, yeah, I was looking through their bands in town page thinking, well, these guys must be playing the summer festivals. And I think they've only got one summer festival on the cards, and it's one in Germany. Like, that's fucking criminal. Why is somebody not twigged to book these guys for like download or like 2,000 trees or something like that?
Dude,
What
2,000 trees is
deal?
literally that's what I've got written down. Like these should be at 2,000 trees. These fit that like a fucking glove. I just love it. I love how
it's just so much fun, isn't it?
like the final track on the record, like that, like takes it back and goes a bit harder. It's a bit more of a hardcore sort of energy to it, and
Proper
it's got that
System of a
really
Down as well in the back half.
it's
Proper
that back
System of
off
a
where
Down.
it just keeps getting faster and the bars keep getting faster and repeating and going faster, and like, oh my god, you listen to this record, and as much as we've listened to some really accomplished, phenomenal things this week, like I think this is the thing that you at the end of it you go, fuck me, those cunts are all talented. Like even though we've just listened to some absolute like ridiculous stuff, like this is something that really gets a hold of you, and it just delivers fucking just these bright, brilliant vibes, mate. It's fucking great. It's so much fun.
Yeah, the thing is you can listen to these really technical albums, but you don't come away singing any of the songs to yourself, do you? Where it's almost impossible to come away from this album and not have the song stuck in your head. Like everything on it is so loaded with hooks. Like I love it's ticking, hey, it's ticking. It's almost like it's tricky by Run DMC. Sometimes you kind of you can kind of interpolate the two songs together, but like there's so many fun moments in every song. I think the one that like really does it for me, it might be is ticking. Is that when it opens, it's that introduction.
Yeah.
When the guitar riff comes on, it's big, fat, and chunky, and it's so cool. Like Talk Big is a really awesome opener to this record. It's got a great the wah wah on the guitar in the verses.
Yeah.
Like they have this thing that they can do where they can push and pull tempo really well in the middle of songs without it feeling jarring. Like when you write a song, like moving tempo in the middle of a song is really hard to do. That's why someone usually will have a BPM and you'll stick to it. But they can really get away with it. And I think it's just because they're so laid back and chill that it just kind of makes sense that their songs would have these kind of shifts about in them. And it works really fucking well. Like True Blue, basically a blood sugar sex magic like cut off at it.
True Blue is my favorite track, dude. I love that. The vocals in that track just stick with me so much. I think it's so much fun.
Baby. Not enough hardcore bands saying "baby" in the songs. Is there?
The amount of time they go "baby," it's fantastic.
Not enough. That's such a simple riff, but it's so catchy. It's so possibly catchy, and that's just what Slope do. Is they just kind of take things that I'm sure loads of people have thought of in the past, and they just give them new energy, and they just make them feel like they were the first people to ever come up with those ideas. It's brilliant, and I love the way in the last song they actually put the two titles of the two albums next to each other. It's like in Street Heat.
There's a Street Heat
Dream.
Yeah,
it's really clever. Like little Easter eggs that they've got locked inside songs like that for nerds like me to go, oh, I enjoyed that. That was cool.
Yeah, mate, I've been dancing around the kitchen like an absolute fucking bellend to this record, mate. It's
Me
been
too, man.
fantastic.
Me too. It's fucking brilliant in the car. If you've been, you jamming it out in the car, maybe when the weather gets a bit better, I think this is going to be an album. Like Sonny was saying, you're going to want to grab. It's the as we record, it's the 31st of January, and I think we've already found barbecue album of the year. Like that is absolutely brilliant. I just want to go sell my car and replace it with a fucking convertible, get some Ray-Bans and a Hawaiian shirt, and maybe carry a skateboard because I'd never actually be able to ride it. But it just makes me want to I want to wear a bucket hat, and I want to I don't know,
I reckon you could
wear
smash a bucket hat, I reckon
flip-flops.
you could do one.
I think I'd look sick in a bucket hat. I want to wear thong flip-flops where the little bit goes between your toes when I listen to this album. It's just got a summery, beachy vibe. And I don't know if maybe that's the reason why I'm loving it so much, is because it's so cold and miserable that it's giving you like a placebo effect of being in the sunshine. But
yeah.
honestly, I don't know about you. Have you heard of like Joey Valance and Bray? They were these guys who put an album out last year. It's called Punk Tactics. It's very good. They're basically like the BC Boys, and I saw a lot of people in the kind of rock community really locking onto it as like an album from the hip hop scene. That's a very fucking cool album, and I really hope that every single one of those people hears this Slope record and goes, "Oh my god, that's basically that, but with guitars." Like, I really want that to happen because this record needs to blow up, and I really hope it does.
Yeah, it like these would fit on so many bills. Like, I really hope that they sort of get picked up and end up on like some sort of big like American like hardcore tour, and they're on like the super diverse lineup. Like they really need like more ears and eyes on them because it's just so much fucking fun.
Yeah, mate. Absolutely. It could fit fucking anywhere as well. Like, they'd be as at home on a hardcore show as they would playing with like pop artists or something. Like, there's so much on display that so many people could get on board with. Like if
Drain did a headline Europe tour, they'd have to be like it would be the perfect vibes, wouldn't it? It would be so perfect.
Absolute bob on. Drain supported by Slate playing through mainland Europe. That would be fucking. Honestly, if there was a bookies who would take bets on that happening, then you could probably make a packet out of that, because that would definitely happen. And you'd be able to catch them because they wouldn't have a fucking clue what you're talking about. But like, give me 10 to 1 on this, mate, and you'd be rich. Mate, this is I've been having so much fun. Like, it's been a fucking incredible week. Everything we talked about is genius, or at least has plenty of moments of genius. But for me, Slope is album of the week, man. It's just so much fun.
Yeah, dude, I'm there, dude. I love this record. It's brilliant, and it's going to be one of those ones that sticks with me.
Absolutely.
It occupies a very specific place, and I can't wait to be driving. Can't wait to get when the weather turns, get the old pizza oven out, starts getting in the garden, just smashing it. It's a banger.
I'm coming around for pizza and listening to Slope in your garden, mate. That's happening. You've just invited
pizza
me
and funk, brother.
The pizza and the funk. Yeah, it's called Freak Dreams. It's by Slope, and please listen to it. Please tell all your friends about it because it needs to blow up, dude.
Hell yeah!
Amazing. What a bag of riffs we've had this week, mate. What a fucking bag of riffs.
Just heavy, fun, awesome fucking shit, dude. It's been fantastic. I think next week we might be doing a slightly different show. We might be doing some fun bits, not
Keeping
the regular just covering of the records. A little bit loosey goosey. Then we've got some other guests lined up. We've got some stuff going on. There's some brilliant records in the schedule. It's a beautiful time to be a heavyist. So thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you next weekly. Bye-bye.
Bye.